Hello, Louisa Jewell here with your weekly juice. Today I want to talk about getting help. I thought that once things started to open up after the pandemic, that everyone would be happy and there'd be singing in the streets, but that's not really the case. I find a lot of people are stressed out, anxious, and depressed and not quite sure how to reintegrate again back into kind of regular life again. Many years ago, I did a workshop with a government organization, and it was invite to everybody. So anybody in the office building could come, and it was very well attended. But the thing is that it was all women and one man. And I thought that's really curious. So I went to the one man at the break and I said, I'm curious, is this office mainly just women? And he said, no, it's about 50-50. And I said, well, I'm kind of curious. Do you have any insights as to why you're the only man here? And he said, well, Louisa, if you sign up for a resilience workshop, you have to admit that you need a resilience workshop. I found that very interesting. And it was a reminder that there's still a stigma around getting help. Now, I have always sought help when I needed help. And I look at it like this. When I'm doing big things, when I'm doing hard things, when I'm going through major difficulties in my life, like a pandemic or a divorce at the same time, or somebody dies, or your dog dies, these are all very difficult things. It's almost like I consider it our emotional Olympics of our lives when we go through these very challenging things in our lives. Do you think Olympians hire more coaches and specialists at that time, or do you think they hire less when they're actually going to the Olympics? They hire more people. And when we go through really hard times in our lives, that's when we also need more help because we're going through too much. Here's the other thing. When you go see a psychotherapist or a psychologist or a psychiatrist, these are not strangers that you're talking to. These are professionals. Just like if you had something going on in your body, little private things going on in your body, and your doctor sends you to a specialist, you're not going to say, I'm not showing that part of my body to the specialist because they're a stranger. No, we go, well, yeah, they're the specialist. So I'm going to go because I'm suffering and hurting and I need relief. And psychologists, psychotherapists, psychiatrists, they're the same. They're professionals. They're not strangers. They treat you with non-judgment. And also when you go see a psychotherapist, it's your agenda. You co-create an agenda with them. Here's the other thing. You don't have to like your psychotherapist. You can move to somebody else. I think it's really important to find the right fit to get some help. Or maybe a psychotherapist is not for you. For me, I found that my energy was really being challenged. So what did I do? I hired a new coach. And that coach is really helping me to move into a totally different energy. You might think I have lots of strategies, which I do, and I apply them to myself. But I'm here to tell you that when I need that extra bit of zhuzh, I go and get help. Whether that's from a therapist or from a coach or from friends in a mastermind. So if you're finding that you need help, I hope that you will reach out and know that there is nothing wrong with you. We sometimes feel like we are flawed and we can't open up and let people know that we are flawed. And Brene Brown says that vulnerability is our most accurate measurement of courage. It takes a lot of courage to be vulnerable, but do it for yourself to relieve the pain and suffering of suffering through a depression or suffering through anxiety. You will emerge on the other end learning more about yourself, more about how to manage your emotions, more about how to manage your life. And so if you want to live an optimal life, it's really important that not only are you getting help from your specialist for your body, but also for your mind. I hope that helps, and I wish you every good thing that's coming out of this. Much happiness, and we'll see you next time.